Hey, welcome back to my channel where I play The Sims and sometimes do other things, and today I'm playing The Sims, so let's get in there. So I'm going to a cookie decorating class later, and I thought it'd be really fun to make like a rec center or activity center where your Sims could go and they could use some of those things that we don't always put in a house, like that cupcake machine, or like the microphone. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to get just like maybe a long skinny building and then have a skinny hallway like down the center, and then have rooms on each side that are four different things. So like one of them could be a cooking room, one of them could be a music room. So I think this is a good start so far. There's not like a rec center or activity center lot type, at least for the packs that I have. I don't have a lot of packs. So I think I'm just gonna make it generic and just make sure that I include things like a bathroom and that kind of thing. So I'm gonna work on the shell of the activity center and then we'll get started decorating. This is what I have so far. I thought this could be the lobby or entryway, and there could be like a desk there where somebody would stand so that you could like rent the rooms. And then obviously I have some bathrooms right here. And then there's a long hallway, and I was hoping this big room on the end could be like a kitchen where I could put that big cupcake machine. And then I have a few other smaller rooms. I thought it would make more sense if there were like two music rooms, like one with a piano and maybe one with a guitar, because I feel like you wouldn't want to be in a room doing both of those at the same time. And then I thought I could make, this room is smaller. I thought I could make that like a kids craft area or like just a kids area in general. And then in the other room, maybe like a crafting room. There's another little room right here that I'm not sure what I'm going to do with yet, but I'll figure it out. I feel like a lot of rec centers just have just a standard roof on them that, but I don't know if I want to use this one or like the gabled roof. Let's see. I think that's okay in terms of like a rec center. I feel like that's what they look like. It's just a big rectangle with a roof on it. But let's get the outside. Okay, so here's the outside. I struggled a lot with the sign because I don't know, there's like not a lot of flat signs for above the door. There's a bulletin board to see what classes are going on. Then I thought this little llama A board was really cute, and like that could be like the special class or the kids class. Also just put out some flowers in the front to make it more look kind of like a commercial business rather than a residential. If we go to the back, then I just put like this patio area out here. That is where the kitchen is going to be, so I thought it'd be nice to have like a little dining area for people to sit at after they make their stuff. And then just some bushes along the edges and lots of windows. It might not be the best looking outside, but it is a community center, and I mean like really old school community centers just look like these long rectangle brick buildings. Let's get on the inside and see what we're gonna put in here. Okay, so this front area I thought could be like more like a lobby. And usually in these old school community centers, I feel like there's something like this where it's like a really gross old carpet. So I think I'm gonna use that in there. Probably not in the bathroom. We'll maybe just get some normal tiles in the bathroom. Maybe not those ones. Maybe, yeah, I feel like more like that. And then we'll use the same like carpet. It's not carpet because it's a floor tile, but it kind of looks like carpet, so we're gonna pretend it's carpet. I'm struggling in the kids' room whether or not I want to use something like this with the puzzle pieces or something more like this where it's just a foam mat. I think I'm gonna go with the puzzle pieces just because I feel like that is something you would find in a community center. But then for the other rooms, I think for at least the kitchen, I want to do either tile or like a wood floor. Like maybe that's a part that they have updated recently. So I think if we just get, yeah, some wood floor in there. I wanted more of a bigger tile in the other rooms, but all I could find was this little tile in like the style that I was going for, so I'm gonna stick with that. And then let's get some wallpaper. I think with this kids room, like just making it super outrageous is kind of what I'm going for. But I don't know if I want this like bubble wallpaper or maybe this wallpaper. I'm trying to find like a kid wallpaper that goes with this puzzle piece flooring. I think I'm gonna go with this bubble wallpaper for now and then move on. Okay, I got wallpaper for all of the rooms and now I'm working on the bathrooms because it's like a public place. I'm just making public restrooms that will just have like a toilet and a sink. I'm kind of realizing now that these bathrooms are kind of big, so they look a little bare with just the toilet and the sink. I wonder if maybe it just needs like a shelf or a plant or something in there to help make it look less bare. I finished the bathrooms. I tried to make them the exact same and just really standard for what you would find in a public place. I kind of do wish we had those really big toilet roll things that you see in a public bathroom, and also like hand dryers or like hand towels, because I think that would really make that more realistic. Okay, let's work on the lobby. We definitely need a spot for somebody to like stand and greet people or like provide information about what classes they have going. I think maybe like that would be good. And then I think definitely like a sign. Okay, so I got the same sign that I got outside, and then I think having a computer on the desk like makes sense. Maybe not that one. Yeah, I think like that. And then I think we just need like a little bit of things on the desk. Okay, I think that's gonna do it for the lobby. I put in the desk and like a computer and some things on the desk to kind of make it look like somebody works there. And then I put in these chairs and some magazines on an end table. If parents want to stay while their kids are like doing their activities in the rec room, that kind of thing. So now let's go to one of the rooms. I think I'm gonna start in the kids' room. I think that one will be easiest to do. So let's see. We just need to get the things, the activities and skills for kids essentially. So definitely, okay, here we go. So I thought we could put in one of the scouting badge boards from Seasons, and then obviously a science thing, some of the art benches, and then maybe even like a few little instruments. And then I know this is a wading pool, but like we can maybe pretend that it's like a ball pit that they could play in. I did change the walls to white in here, but that's just because I wanted to use all of these little like decals and artwork that are in kids' rooms. And I think it looks pretty good. They have little stations where they can do art. They have the science station. They have the badge station, a little reading nook, and a little play tent. I think I'm gonna move on to the kitchen because I think that'll be easiest to do. So first, let's get that big cupcake machine, and we'll just pluck it right down right there. And I think I like this color in here. And then on this side, actually, you know what? I think it has to go over here. Yeah. Because, and then on this side, I'm gonna put like a kitchen area for them to practice baking, that kind of thing. Like that's what it would be for, is to practice baking. I know you can come and do anything in the kitchen because it's a kitchen, but like the classes would be to do a cake class or a cookie class or that kind of thing. So let's get in some cabinets. I think these would look cute, the cottage living cabinets. And maybe on the end, just one of these. It's going to look different than a normal kitchen because it definitely needs multiple stoves. And even though I don't want to use that stove, I think that's probably what they would have in our community center because it's kind of like an old stove that's really cheap and that kind of thing. So yeah, I think like 3 stoves. I wonder if it would be better to more set this up like a station. Let me try that. Okay, so I set it up more like a station where you would come and you would cook here, and then you can use one of the ovens. And then there's sinks so that they can wash their hands. I also put little cakes on the table. Let's maybe change their color to, I like this yellow. It's very bright and it kind of goes with this. I think this does need some more things like on the wall. And one of the things that I wanted to put in there, oh, well, we probably should have a fire alarm. I mean, there should probably be fire alarms everywhere in this building, but definitely in the kitchen part. And then I really wanted to put on the wall the aprons, but I just need to find them. Yeah, so I think having 2 sets of aprons, and we can change them to be, I like that one. And then I think maybe like this one that's like more neutral. And this can kind of be like the instructor aprons, and then these are like the student aprons, or either way. So I think that's looking good so far. And I did put so the cupcake machine is over here. Let's work on this little outside area where they can just like go and have their treats or whatever they make. So I think I do want this one that has the wooden table rather than the glass table. We'll get some chairs around it. I think just having 2 of these tables out here would make sense. Yeah, I think that's good. And then I think it would make sense out here if we got one of those outside trash cans. Not only like this kind, but also this kind, just like by the door. Or maybe we can put it over here in this corner. I think that makes more sense. And then we'll keep it green. Yeah, I have bear over here, so we can put some stuff on this wall. I think there are some things that I wanted to use from Cottage Living that are like little flag type things. Yeah, like one of these. So I think there's also some base game ones of those. And then I think having like a little menu. Oh, I think that's cute over there. And maybe you could have 2. And then maybe I was thinking of these, which I like, but I think we might have to get rid of the flag. So let's get rid of the flag, and then we'll maybe just put these kind of spread out on the wall. Okay, I think that looks good, and I think that's funny because it just seems like something that you would see in a rec center. So we'll just do the silver, and then we'll leave it like that. And I think that's good for the kitchen. So now I just have this bigger room, this room, this room, and this smaller room. So I think what I'm going to do on this side is that this room is going to be a music room for piano. This room is going to be another music room, just for a different instrument. And then I think maybe this room will be like a kids music room because there are a few kids instruments in the game. And then that way your kid sim can come and practice instruments too. I don't know what rec room would just have a grand piano in there. I feel like it would probably be more like a keyboard, but I don't have the keyboard. I think we can get a stool in here, like maybe one of these that like is a rotating stool, and that can be for like the instructor or whoever is helping the person learn how to do piano. And then maybe just, there's not a music stand, but I feel like a music stand would be nice. But I think that this room might just be too big, because I think if we just make them smaller, because usually like if you go into a practice room, it's just really the instrument and then like a stool or something for the person who is teaching you. I think I would also maybe take one of these chairs from the lobby and then put that in there, maybe like 2, and then that way, like, again, if it was like a teen sim and their parents wanted to sit in there, they could sit in there. But let's get some things on the wall. I think definitely having like some of these, maybe not that one, but some of these, whoa, that's huge. Some of this artwork that has like instruments on it like that, I think that's good. Oh yes, that's perfect. wait, we need this one in here because that's the piano room. We can put the other one in the other room. So I think maybe like that. And then on this wall, I don't know. I've been in a lot of like studio spaces before where they just have mirrors along the whole wall so that you could like watch and see yourself. So I think we'll do that. And I think we'll do that in this room as well. But I think I want to make them opposite. So we'll put the mirrors on this wall. I think I want to put a microphone, maybe a violin, a guitar. I think I'm going to use those instruments in here and make it more like, I guess like a choose your, what you're practicing. I think if we just had a desk in here and maybe a computer, like one of these old school computers with just a normal chair, that way like they could get on the computer to, I don't know, listen to what they are working on or maybe look up sheet music. Okay. I like that. Oh my gosh, this room is ginormous. I think that this room could also maybe double as like a dance room or that kind of thing. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and grab that tile that's like kind of looks like foam matting. Yeah, like that. So that's where they could practice dance, but they could also practice like singing or playing the piano or that kind of thing. All right, so I think that looks good for that room. The next room we're going to do is this other smaller room. I think I'm gonna move the windows over really quick. So this room is more like a kid's room for working on music and that kind of thing, because there's this little bunny guitar and then there is the kids violin. So I think I want to put those in there. This room is again huge, so it needs more than just that. I don't know what else to put in here though, because our other kids' room is like super decked out. I definitely want to put in another stool for like a teacher, and then maybe put in a couch. I think that might make sense because then like if a parent is in with them, they can sit on the couch, or I think there's a matching chair to that couch. Maybe this one. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Okay, I changed the wallpaper in here to be this because it is a little more kid-friendly. I thought it matched these pictures of people playing instruments a little bit better. I know it looks a little girly, but we're just gonna pretend that it doesn't. I think what I want to do next in this room is change the color of these couches because they're like blending in, but I feel like they would have like an orange couch in a room like this. Or maybe they would have purple. Are there purple ones? Yes. Let's do purple. And then let's move these maybe over here. Now that I think about it, I feel like I want like a few instruments. So there's like 3 guitars, because it definitely could be also like your family comes in and you're all working on violin or something, and we'll move that over. Maybe get 2. Let's just do 2 violins. Of course we're gonna have to change them. We'll have a pink and a green. Oh yeah, okay. And we can just do, there's only 2 combos of those, so we'll just do 2 guitars and 2 violins. Let's put in a table by the couch. I think just something like that. Maybe we can go with the purple because that matches the other chairs in there. And then let's do some more magazines. I did put this rug in here because I feel like it goes with the purple and orange furniture and kind of the theme of the room. I think I'm gonna leave it at that though. I don't really know what else to put in here, and I don't think that you would want to really have like mirrors on one wall for kids. So with that, I think I just have one room left, and it's this room. I think I want to make it like a crafting room or gardening room, but let's see what we have to put in there. So far I have an easel, I have a gardening table, the bonsai tree, some of the cross stitch. And then this little thing is a camera. I think what I'm going to do is put in some desks or like tables and chairs that I can set some of these smaller things on, and then maybe add a few extra of some of these things and then see how that goes. Okay, so I kind of put some more things in here. There's some sketches on the wall for the easels. I'm not sure if those are the type of sketches that would be on the wall at a community rec center, but that's what we're working with. Also thought like maybe having a bowl of fruit so that they could draw the fruit while they are there. I think I'm done, so I'll give you a little tour of my community center. So this is the outside. We have the sign and then some signs telling us what's on offer. There's a pie class going on. A nice walkway with some flowers and bushes. And then when you go in, there's the lobby. Here's the desk where you would sign up for your classes or where you would get more information about what's going on at the community center. There's also a little seating area for parents. And then over here, there are just 2 identical bathrooms. And then if you walk through the archway down the hall, here's the kids' room. Again, it's very bright and colorful. There's a little reading nook, a science lab, the scouting board badge, the art corner, and then the play center. And then over here is the kids' music room. So you have some options for parents to sit, and then also you can choose from guitar or violin. And then we have these 2 music rooms, the first one being for singing, violin or guitar, and then also a dance studio. Obviously your Sims can't come and learn dance, but it's just a place that if you wanted them to dance, they could. And now that I'm thinking about it, if we are going to have a place for them to dance, there definitely should be some music in here. So I'm just gonna add one of those really quick so that the music can play for your Sims. I think I'll put one on each side just because that makes more sense to me. All right, next over here is our piano room, so your Sims can learn piano. And then over here is the crafting room, and I really like this room. I made sure to use easels that have paint splatters because that seems more realistic being in a community center, especially if they're getting used. And there's the bonsai tree. There's a gardening section that your Sims can use to plant things. I know that like these 2 things are separate and they can do things on both, but I just liked how that looked there. And then over here, there's a computer to kind of like look up ideas and that kind of thing. And then there's a cross stitch section with books. I personally wish that there were sewing machines in The Sims. I really like to sew, but unfortunately there's not. I know there's mods, but I don't have them installed right now, so I didn't put one in here. But if there was a sewing machine, there would be a sewing machine in this room. And then last but not least, we have our kitchen area where there are stations that you can come and you could cook and you could do classes here. And then on this side, we have the obvious choice, the cupcake machine. So your Sim could just come and make a whole bunch of cupcakes. And then here is the little outdoor seating area to eat your food that your Sim makes. So here's my community center or rec center, whatever you want to call it. It was really fun to build, and I think it would be super fun to bring your Sims here and work with some of those things that you don't normally put in a normal house, like the cupcake machine or like the little bonsai tree. You can also bring your kids' Sims here and like have a play date in the kids' room or let them practice their guitar or violin. Like I said before, I really wish that there was a sewing machine in The Sims because I think that would be really fun to have in a community center like this. Let me know down in the comments what you would like in a community center. If you like this video, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel. I really like doing Sims builds, and at some point I'm gonna figure out what my other things are, but right now I don't know. We'll get there. With that, pip pip cheerio!